Today's lesson is factors and multiples. Some of this is going to look familiar to you, since we have worked on factors and multiples before when we were doing multiplication. But we need to review it real quick before we can really dive into our fractions. So write this down on your paper in your notebook. First of all, we need to know what factors are. So factors are numbers that are multiplied together to form a product. And we should know what a product is. It's the answer to a multiplication problem. So that's another one of our vocabulary words we've already had. So if I write a multiplication problem down here, 8 times 7 equals 56, what are the factors going to be? What are the numbers that are being multiplied together? It's 8 times 7. Those are our factors. And they make a product of 56. We have two of these factors, 8 times 7. When we have two of something, we can call it a pair. And since these are factors, we call them a factor pair. We're going to be using factor pairs a lot today, so that's going to be an important vocabulary word for you to know. Okay, watch this first example. We're going to find the factor pairs of 24. So there we go, factor pairs. We're already using our vocabulary. So I like to keep things organized and simple. So when I'm trying to find my factor pairs, I always start with 1. So 1 times what equals 24? So 1 times 24 equals 24. Then I just keep going down the numbers from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and keep trying them out. So we did a 1, let's try 2. Is there 2 times anything that can equal 24? There's 12. I'm going to try 3. Is there 3 times something that equals 24? There's 8. 4. There's 4 times 6 equals 24. I'm going to try 5. Is there 5 times anything that equals 24? I can't think of any, but let's skip count just to be sure. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I've passed 24. So nope, there's nothing times 5 that will equal 24. So I can cross that one out. And let's try 6. Oh, I notice that when I get to 6, I've already done 6. So it's just going to be the opposite. It's going to be 6 times 4 equals 24. And we already have that pair of numbers. We don't need to do it again. So as soon as we get to the same number we have already, we're done. So those are our 4 factor pairs for 24. Okay. Go ahead and write this one along with me too. Find the factor pairs of 30. So once again, I'm going to just start with 1 and go down until I'm done. So 1 times what equals 30? It's 30. You'll always be able to multiply 1 by something. So 1's always going to work. So whatever your number is, like 30, you can multiply 1 times that to get your same number back again. So let's try 2. Is there 2 times anything that equals 30? 15. Let's try 3. 3 times what equals 30? 10. Let's try 4. I can't think of any. Let's try skip counting. 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 28, 32. Nope, no 30. So, no 4. Let's try 5. Is there 5 times anything that equals 30? 6. So then we move on to 6. Oh, but that gets me back to the numbers I've already got. So we're done. Those are our factor pairs of 30. Okay. Here's one more example. Find the factor pairs of 11. So I'm going to start with 1. 1 times 11 equals 11. Let's try 2. There's nothing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So no 11. I know anytime my number is odd that it's not going to be a 2. Try 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. No 11. 4. 4, 8, 12. Still no 11. 5. 5, 10, 15. Nope. 6. We have 6 and 12. It's no 11. 7. Nope. 8. No. 9. No. 10. Still no. And 11. Oh, we're back to there. So 11 only has one factor pair, which means it's what we call a prime number. We're going to get to that more tomorrow. So that one didn't have very many, so let's try a different number so we can get a few more. So we're going to try 35. What are the factor pairs of 35? So 1 times 35 is 35. 2, once again, if our number is odd, if it ends with a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, we know 2 is not going to work. And this ends with a 5. So no 2. 3 doesn't work. 4 doesn't work. 5 will work. So 5 times what equals 35? 7. Is there 6 times anything? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Nope. And 7 gets us back to there. So this one only had 2 factor pairs. Now that you've seen several of these, I'm going to have you try 2 on your own. And we're going to actually have your last 2 problems a little further at the end. So we're going to do 2 problems with factors and then 2 problems with multiples. So here's your first problem. Find the factor pairs of 12. And I'm even going to give you a hint. There are 3 of them. So go ahead and pause this until you're done, and this will be the first problem you will show me in class tomorrow. Number 2. Find the factor pairs of 28. And once again, there are going to be 3 of them. Okay, now we're to the second half of the lesson. I thought it would be easier to kind of have them separate. So multiples. We've gone over this as well in multiplication. So if I wanted to know the multiples of 5, 6, and 7, this is basically just your skip counting. So the multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we could go on forever, but I'm out of space. So we're going to stop there. Multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. The multiples of 7 are 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and 42. So those are our multiples of 5, 6, and 7. So today you're going to have to find out if things are multiples. So this is our first example, so just watch this one. Is 50 a multiple of 8? Some of you might be able to just look at this and know, but I'm going to write down all my multiples of 8 to check. So my multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. So 50 is between 48 and 56. So no, 50 is not a multiple of 8. Okay. Our next problem is 24 a multiple of 3? Once again, you might know this just by looking at it, but let's write down all our multiples. Our multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So there we go. 24 is a multiple of 3. Okay. Some of your questions on the homework are going to have more than just one number you have to figure out. I want you to circle all the numbers that are multiples of 4. So they're going to give you, say, 5 numbers, like 12, 17, 24, 36, and 58. And they want to know which ones are multiples of 4. And if they are, you circle them. So I'm going to write my multiples of 4 down. 4, 8, 12. So 12 is 16, 20. So there wasn't a 17. So we cross that one off. 24. So we can circle that. 28, 32, 36. So we can circle that one too. And I'm out of room and I'm tired of counting my 4s. So there is another strategy you can use to figure out if something is a multiple. You can just divide it. And if it divides evenly with no remainders, then you know it is a multiple. So I'm just going to divide 58 by 4. So how many times does 4 go into 5? Once. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 to subtract 4 is 1. Okay, bring down the 8. We have 18. So we start back at step 1. So 18 divided by 4 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 18 subtract 16 is 2. So it means we have a remainder, so it doesn't go in evenly. So 58 is not a multiple of 4. Okay, here are your last 2 problems you need to do on your own. So question number 3, is 58 a multiple of 3? If I was you, I wouldn't want to skip count by 3s all the way to 58. So I would use that second strategy I just said of dividing it. So do 58 divided by 3. If it goes in evenly with no remainders, it is a multiple. If there's a remainder, then it is not a multiple. And your fourth problem says circle the number or numbers that are multiples of 5. So here's your 5 numbers. Circle any of them that are multiples of 5. Bring these to class tomorrow and have a wonderful day.